And a warm welcome to this special Cup tie edition of the Big Match. As you've seen, we've 3 fifth-round Cup ties for you today. Southampton against Manchester United, a repeat of last season's final. Liverpool against Oldham Athletic and Middlesbrough against Arsenal. 13 goals from those 3 games. And also a visit to the Players' Lounge at Southampton to get a post-mortem on what was truly a great Cup tie. Let's first get down to the South Coast, where thousands had arrived without tickets and were locked out. Where some took to the trees to get an unofficial view. Where 29,000 were packed tightly inside, and where one young fan probably had the best view of all, and where they were all waiting for the afternoon to begin. And indeed, our cameras caught the first glimpse of the players as Southampton came down those narrow wooden stairs. The cup holders out to prove that their Wembley win was no fluke. Only 5 of that Wembley team remain. And now Manchester United, keen to do a good job of work there for the First Division. So this then is the view and the feeling as you go onto the field for a cup tie that football fans everywhere are waiting to hear about. It's a really marvellous afternoon for football. One of those bright, crisp days made for a great cup tie. The pitch is pretty soggy through the middle though, and the ground staff spent the morning spreading sand on it. Tightly enclosed, crowd almost on the touchline, great atmosphere, and now the 2 teams. Southampton first, Wales in goal, Andrzejewski, Waldron, Blythe and Peach. In the middle, Williams, Ball and Holmes, and up front Shannon, McDougall and Osgood with the substitute Stokes. And one man who's had a foot in both camps is Ted McDougall. Once with Manchester United, now determined to show them a thing or two for Southampton. The Manchester United side, Stepney in goal, Nicol, Brian Greenough, Buchan and Houston, Coppell, Macari, McElroy and Hill, Jimmy Greenough and Pearson, and their substitute is McCreary. And a newcomer to their ranks is Jimmy Greenough from Stoke, who scored a hat-trick last week against Newcastle. The cup final hero, Bobby Stokes, who scored the winner at Wembley, now the Southampton sub. And completing the Wembley picture, the man who refereed that day, Clive Thomas of Treorchy. He's referee again. The banners are there, roses are red, violets are blue, Southampton 0, Manchester United 2. But I fancy McMenamin's Marbles might have something to say about that.
So this is it then, and away we go. Wembley having transferred itself to here at the Dell. The noise is probably as great as it was at Wembley in May, and the emotion just as great as well. Manchester United in a change strip this afternoon of blue with white shorts. Southampton in their red and white stripes. And Southampton attacking the goal to our right. Here's Peter Wells. Coming towards Shannon. Got the ball in the air against Houston, and there's Shannon again. Macari right back, Shannon going on deep into that United penalty area. And in the end, it comes off Houston. And it's a throw to Southampton. Andrzejewski beaten again by Houston, but another throw for Southampton. Both sides in the middle of a good run, 2 sides in good form. Here's Steve Williams. Going a long way in, and Houston's brought him down, and the referee was 3 yards away and said there was no penalty there. Although as Williams went through, there was certainly a distinct impression that he had his legs taken away from him by Stuart Houston. Here's Jimmy Greenough, hat-trick last week against Newcastle. Macari, and something was away off the ball there, which Clive Thomas was determined that he was going to stamp on straight away, and he's given a free kick here to Manchester United, which young Jimmy Nicol will take. Curled in there. Williams got the header towards McDougall, tripped from behind, free kick by Buchan. Knowing Buchan's temperament, I'm sure it was unintentional, but it was clearly worth the free kick. Ball with it. Trying to set Shannon free. Greenough, his England teammate, with him. And Shannon got it across well towards Osgood. Oh, just a fraction of a a foot wide. Well, that was good news for Southampton, because Shannon got rid of Greenough and Osgood was unmarked, which is bad news for Manchester United. Pearson's header, Jimmy Greenoff's header to Steve Coppell, played on down for Greenoff. He's added so much balance to this Manchester United attack, and maturity too. Macari trying that favourite trick of his, hitting it up and hitting it over his head, but Southampton weren't going to fall for that one. So a lot of lucky people inside, and these are the unlucky ones who've come just to listen to the roar and wait for the result. Oh, there goes Osgood. Past Nicol. Holmes outside him. And three Southampton men are up in the middle. And Holmes wasted what could have been a very promising chance indeed for Southampton. Well, Osgood did so well there, and Holmes ran so well for him too. Holmes's cross was terrible. Play on. So Pearson, a very acrobatic header there for Coppell, running onto it well. Pearson. Nicol, bit of space here. The first time cross, away across their goal. Hill blasting it. Great run by Nicol on the right. And a lovely cross that was always just beyond the reach of Southampton. An impossible angle for Hill, and yet he almost pulled off the impossible. Shannon's backward header, but only McDougall is up. They packed the middle of the field, Southampton, leaving just maybe a couple up. Houston, harassed there by Shannon. Too high for Waldron. Blythe covering behind, but he's headed it straight to Hill. Across the face of the goal, inviting somebody to touch it in. And another corner, which Southampton were quite happy to give away. Ball and Macari. Coppell with the corner. Pearson getting in with a header. Can Hill get a shot in now? But he hits it straight at Andrzejewski. Coming more and more into this game now, Manchester United. Here's Greenoff. Lovely turn by him. Could be interesting. And Macari! 1-0. Well, the fans are on. Cross from the left, found the smallest man in the Manchester United side, Lou Macari. Up he went, beyond Peter Wells. 1-0 to Manchester United. Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. That's Lou Macari, and that takes him into double figures for the season, up to 10 now. Played the ball, says referee Clive Thomas, and I think he was right. It's a throw to Southampton. Steve Williams with it. Found Osgood. Ball finding Shannon. That's a good cross too. Holmes on the far side, heading it back, and Stepney under pressure from McDougall did well. Nice ball from Shannon. Good header from Holmes, and good work by Stepney. Looked like handball. Linesman flagging now. And a foul on the Manchester United player, giving them the free kick. Hill. That left cross in well. McElroy having it charged down by Blythe. Here's Hill again, but ball just snaking that away to Osgood. Space ahead of him. Shannon away to his left. What about that for a ball? Osgood and McDougall into the middle. McDougall's there! And some beautiful covering in defence by Martin Buchan again. A brilliant Southampton move. Osgood bringing it out. Shannon away on his left. And what about that for a bit of defensive covering there by the number 6, Martin Buchan. Foul by Waldron on Pearson. The book's coming out. Actually, Clive Thomas frightens the life out of players when he brings that book out, because it's got a red cover, and I think they think for a moment it's the red card. But he's booking Waldron for that foul on Pearson. Yellow card. And they're still up there, and I wonder if they saw that foul there. Here's Jimmy Greenoff. Little collision there, ball getting the way to Shannon. Peach. Point of fact, Southampton are not playing badly. They just want a little more confidence coming forward, and I think they could well trouble Manchester United. And here's Peach. Oh, a blinding shot. When really it was, if anything, rather selfish thing to do. Shannon was in a bit of space there inside the box, and McDougall was handily placed as well. And that really was optimism itself to try and score from that sort of angle. Ted McDougall still giving him a fair bit of stick for that effort, as you can see. Jimmy Greenoff, Steve Coppell, Jimmy Nicholl. It's Coppell again. Holmes stopping him though. Here's Peach. Kept it in well, but only for the benefit of Jimmy Nicholl and Manchester United. Waldron getting that one away. Ball getting that one away. Shannon's onside. Now can Shannon get the equaliser here? All the way round. Penalty. Penalty. Shannon brought down, and a penalty. Well, that's brought delight at that end of the field, but the work has still got to be done. Shannon, a brilliant run. It looked as though he'd got round Stepney, but Stepney brought him down. Now, what a task this is. Well, David Peach is the man who takes them. And Peach is a man who's got a pretty ice-cool brain. He scored in the semi-final. He scored earlier this season against Chelsea. But now, my goodness, he's got to make it 1-1 now, and he has! Happiness. David Peach putting it wide of Stepney. Southampton 1, Manchester United 1. Buchan versus McDougall. And Houston back to Stepney. Greenoff. Oh, he's caught badly in possession, but there was a foul. I tell you, that was a dangerous game for Brian Greenoff to play. I noticed that he was guilty of that once or twice last week against Newcastle. That really could have been disastrous, trying to play your way out of your penalty area like that. Pearson, a lovely touch inside for Jimmy Greenoff. Buchan, well, that's the first thing he's done wrong today. Shannon onside again, but Buchan is back. McDougall's after him. And here's Houston. Here's McElroy. What a cup tie. Here's Ball. to him. It didn't have nearly enough weight on it to get through to McDougall. Jimmy Greenoff, Steve Coppell. Nichols going up outside him. A throw to Southampton. Osgood up, Holmes in there, Macari getting it away. Peach also. Stuart Pearson. Played for Coppell. Hit in low this time towards McElroy. Williams got it away. Jimmy Greenoff. Back over his head towards McElroy. Did well there. Pearson on the turn. And Waldron stumbled. Macari just wide. That really could have been costly. As Waldron stumbled and the ball fell for Lou Macari. A blistering left foot drive just wide of that Southampton post. Coppell. And again, it's a safety measure, and Waldron quite happy to put that behind. So the blue shirts come forward, the stripes are right back. In fact, Southampton with 9 men back in their penalty area. As Gordon Hill now curls an in-swinger. Here it goes. It was Waldron who got it away. Nicholl returning it first time. Pearson playing it wide. Crossed in along the goal, and it's there! Well, Hill whacked that one in when Southampton least expected it. In fact, it looked as though Southampton had got that away. And Hill came roaring in, headed across the face of that goal beyond Peter Wells to put Southampton behind again. Southampton 1, Manchester United 2. Well, a goal out of nowhere. Well, the news is spread out there. The Bush Telegraph working well this afternoon. 5 minutes to go to half-time now. Peach, Wall. Peach again. Shannon right up there. Here's McDougall, who's been kept fairly quiet. And they've got a corner. So they're looking to Shannon again. They're looking to Blythe again, who's come up for this one. But Blythe was beaten in the air by Pearson. Ball to Waldron. And again, Manchester United have come forward so quickly, and they're all caught offside. Alan Ball furious with the linesman there, being calmed by Clive Thomas. And Ball's nonetheless going across to the linesman and saying he's sorry to the linesman. Well, that's good. That's a good piece of refereeing by Clive Thomas, and Alan Ball showing himself to be a pro. And here's Coppell. Past Peach. Good cross there towards Macari. And again, Southampton got that away with Blythe. Peach to Osgood. Ball not quite able to reach that one. Foul. So Houston with it. Jimmy Greenoff. Here's Ball. Williams. Ball again. Nice touch here for Shannon. No. Oh, but here's Shannon again. And they've got men up this time. Oh, Holmes right through. And he's equalised! It's inevitable that Shannon's involved, and he was involved again there. But just look at the way Nick Holmes went through the middle and found the back of the net with perfection. Southampton 2, Manchester United 2. Here's Osgood, played on for McDougall, but Houston there just poking it out away to Jimmy Nicholl. Peach. Holmes, the scorer. The long cross again towards Mick Shannon. And it might come for Shannon still. Oh, and Stepney had to put it away. Well, Shannon looked as though he was stumbling there, but he found his feet again and he found a shot. And Stepney found the save. Corner then to Southampton. Stevie Williams with it. A long and a deep one towards Mel Blythe. But the whistle had gone for half-time. And what a first half it was! Macari and Hill having scored for Manchester United. Peach in the penalty spot. And Holmes for Southampton, but Mick Shannon was the man who made them both. It was he who was brought down from the penalty, and it was his killer pass that gave Holmes the chance for the second equaliser. Goodness knows what we've yet to come here at the Dell in Southampton. But the half-time score here in a tremendous fifth-round cup tie. Southampton 2, Manchester United 2. We'll be right back with the second half. Welcome back to the Dell then, 2-2. And Manchester United now attacking the goal to our right. Pearson, Waldron, Shannon, got up well, guided it down skillfully to Holmes. Osgood straining to keep that ball in play. Osgood with the throw. Here's ball. It'll come for ball again. It'll come for Shannon. Oh! Well, maybe Shannon would have hoped to have done even a little better with that. It was a nice 1-2 he played with ball. You can see the look on his face there. What a nice 1-2 he played with ball, though. Nicked away there by Peach. Lovely ball from Alan Ball. Peach the ball again. Williams, nice skill. Very nice skill. Shannon. Good move this by Southampton. A brilliant move by Southampton. And a marvellous save by Stepney. What a lovely rippling move by Southampton. Steve Williams was in the heart of it. And Shannon again was in the heart of it, and his shot was again superbly saved by Stepney. So a corner for Southampton, having a good start to the second half with 11 minutes gone. 2-2, there's the corner, floating deep there. Stepney only pawing that one away. Osgood turning it back, They're all getting up, and Stepney, from a combined header by McDougall and Shannon, grabbing hold of the ball. So McCreary is coming on, and it's Jimmy Greenough, injured about 5 minutes ago, who needs to go off. McCreary the substitute then on for Manchester United. And they put him straight away up front. Pearson with the header, and now Peach again. Well, there was a hit and hope. Oh! Free kick. Well, I'm not sure whether that was intentional or not. But the referee's decided it's a... Oh! Is he bringing the book out? Yes. So McDougall's name goes into the book. And the yellow card with it. And David Peach, in fact, is now delivering some tablets to McDougall. What are these, he said. So, if he's had a bad stomach, that may put it right. Came back carefully and firmly as it had to be. Bucking away. Ball for Southampton. Here's Andrzejewski. Looking up. Playing it in higher this time towards Peter Osgood, and McDougall, and just over. What a great prospect Andrzejewski is as well. He took that running well. He saw Osgood at the far post. Osgood up superbly as he's done for so often, and McDougall couldn't quite turn it in. Waldron, Holmes. That's the ball for Shannon again. Well, if they don't know how to feed him, nobody does. And Buchan again doing a good job on the Southampton number 8. Houston's long ball forward towards McCreary. Nice touch on for Hill. Oh! Well, McCreary laid on a lovely pass there for Gordon Hill in full flight, and as Wells came out, Hill hit it past him, but it was into the side netting and behind. Well, a few are going away. Well, if they haven't had a ticket and they couldn't get in, what an afternoon they've missed. I hope they're watching it today. Now Koppel. Nicol. Pearson. Trying to get in there before Blythe. It was a free kick. Another look at the watch. He's played 1 minute of injury time, but there have been one or two knocks and stoppages in this second half. Peach. And now Osgood. And away goes Mick Shannon. It might not be all over yet. And Stepney right out there. And a free kick to Manchester United. Shannon, another of those exhilarating runs. But it was Buchan who was holding him off, and it was Stepney who came out in the nick of time. Tommy Kavanagh is on the field there, but I don't think he's going to be needed. And I think that's a very important save by Stepney, who will take them all back to Old Trafford for a replay. So he's added on just over 2 minutes of injury time now. Stepney with a kick, and there won't be many more. Hill, Williams, and it's all over. It's a replay at Old Trafford, and if that's half as good as this one, it'll be worth going a long, long way to see. Macari and Hill getting the goals for Manchester United. United. Peach in the penalty spot and Holmes. The goals for Southampton, all in the first half. But a second half that also was full of excitement and incident and very skillful football. Good refereeing by Clive Thomas. And a credit both to Southampton and to Manchester United. What an afternoon. There's Laurie McMenemy going off. His side pretty well composed in this second half, but couldn't quite get the break they wanted to give them a very famous victory. So crowds on the field and everybody in Southampton with a lot to talk about for a long time to come. And a final score at the Dell that reads Southampton 2, Manchester United 2, and they've all got to play again.
Marvellous stuff, and indeed they do play again at Old Trafford on Tuesday week. A wonderful cup tie. My man of the match, Mike Shannon of Southampton, and I still wouldn't bet against Southampton, who really are something of replay specialists these days. Now, previously on the big match, we've been the first to bring you things like dressing room shots, and from time to time, we've given you other glimpses from behind the scenes. And in view of the troubles we find on the terraces, we thought it might be a bit interesting for you to see how the players get on together after the game, within 30 minutes of fierce competition. They can be found together in the Players' Lounge. Here's Mick Shannon and Gordon Hill talking over old times, or maybe talking about a replay. Peter Osgood dispensing drinks for players of both sides. The Manchester United men relaxing in another corner. But let's talk about the game, and I asked Alan Ball what he thought about it.
I thought we played ever so well. I thought it was a great cup. I thought they played well. We showed an awful lot of spirit, I think, coming back at them twice. It shows a lot of the character, the young lads, and what the spirit that we've got here at the moment. I think we're going to have a good game up there, no?
Mind you, Lou got that early goal. It's amazing how many he gets with his head.
Well, I let him go, the size of him. I thought, well, I'd let him go in that box. He's no chance he's going to score, and he popped and knocked it in. Maybe the lads blame me a little bit, but when it dropped so close to our goal, I thought one of our bigger lads could have got rid of it, but I think they're going to give me some stick about it.
Actually, Kevin Keegan at lunchtime today said that he felt that Manchester United weren't playing as well, Lou, as a lot of people thought, and that he tipped, in fact, Southampton to win. Did you play not so well against Liverpool and well again today, do you think?
Well, we played terrible against Liverpool, so really Kevin Keegan was entitled to say what he said. But he should know, like any other footballer, you can't judge a team in one game. If we'd have came here today and played tremendous, doesn't make us a great side. You know, we went against Liverpool. It's possibly the worst we've played for 2 years, and yet they still never beat us.
What about the battles you have with Alan?
It's not really any battles, you know. It's our job and it's Alan's job, and our job is to win.
What was it Clive Thomas said to you halfway through the second half, and he sent you across to the linesman? Was that sort of defusing a difficult situation?
I thought he did ever so well. He asked me to go and say I was sorry to the linesman because I said a couple of nasty things to him. I thought that I'd caught them, you know, but obviously the linesman thought different, and the way he approached me I thought was very good. And,
I've never seen that before.
Well, as I say, it's without shouting at me or getting his head up as I was, he diffused the situation and asked me to go and say I was sorry to the linesman, which I was glad to do.
Sure. I can see Martin Buchan. Martin, would you like to come round here? Because he had another good game at the back there for Manchester United today.
Seems to have lost a bit of his pace, doesn't he?
I was just thinking, though, Laurie McMenemy, as I came through the dressing room, said, this Mick Shannon's world class, isn't he? And he had a tremendous game today. But did you have troubles holding him?
I think we were very slow to start. In fact, I was very disappointed with the whole first half performance, but we played better in the second half. I think if Mick could finish as well as he runs with the ball, he'd be an even better player.
How do you feel?
A little bit disappointed. I thought we deserved to win, but you know, it's another game, another 90 minutes. Anything can happen, can it? It's a funny game.
Martin Buchan's just suggested that your running was brilliant, but if you could only improve your finishing.
I don't know. What can I say? There's no answer to that, is there? I thought the keeper made a couple of great saves, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think the finishing's probably better now than it's ever been.
Yeah.
But
do you really feel you could have won today?
Yeah, I did. I thought, especially second half. You know, thought we made hard work of it early doors. You know, we sat back and we let them play. But once we pushed on to them, I thought we had every chance of winning the game. And I thought in the end there was only likely to be one winner. I mean, talk about Martin Buchan says that the death there. It was a penalty. I mean, good bit of professionalism. But for me, he leant on me, and it was definitely.
Right in the last minute?
Yeah, the last minute. I think you might see it from behind the goal a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
when Alec
good
came
professionalism
up
by
and just snatched the
himself.
ball.
Yeah. And he gave a free kick to them for some reason. I don't know why, but there.
Your youngsters are coming on so well. Manny Andrzejewski
Oh,
and Steve
great.
Williams.
They've done great for us, you know. But like I say, with the likes of Ted, Nozzy and Bawley all playing well, and you know, I mean, it helps young lads like that, and I mean, they'll only get better. You know, I mean, Man United are a good side. You know, we're not frightened of them. We got to go up there now. It's another 90 minutes. Anything can happen.
How did you feel playing against your old club? And you're disappointed. You're disappointed you didn't beat them. But did you feel like, Mick, that you could have beaten them?
I think so, Brian. You know, it looked the other lads played well. It was a good game for where I was stood. I never got a kick. Maybe Martin never gave me a kick, but there we are. There's another 90 minutes, and you know, I thought we did enough, really. You know, but the lads are a bit
terribly hard
disappointed
on himself at times. You know, I mean, if he don't score, he's very disappointed. But I mean, he does a lot of other things for us apart from that.
No, I think
he's unfair to himself at times.
I think the lads, you know, they're a bit sick that they didn't finish the job, but. You know, like Mick said, we're not frightened of Manchester United, and I think we're looking forward to it, really. Because we had a free week the following week anyway, so we just had something to do, you know.
It's better than training.
Yeah, it's better than training.
Tell us about the penalty in the first place, Alec. It was a ball with Mick Shannon coming hard onto it towards you.
Yeah, he just, I think he rode a tackle, and he kept it well under control. If it had been on the ground, I think I might have, you know, the ball had been on the ground, I might have got hold of it, but it was up there, and he knocked it to my side, so I couldn't do anything more but bring him down, you know.
So it clearly was a penalty. Then, what goes through your mind? I mean, you knew that David Peach was presumably going to take it.
I didn't actually, because I think Mick put the ball on the spot. I thought Mick took a penalty here about 3 or 4 seasons ago against me, and I assumed he was going to take it. And then Dave came up and I switched sides.
Had you made your mind up which way you were going?
With Mick, yes.
Yeah. But with this fella here, you weren't sure. Yeah. So what happened when you came up? Was it a situation that you enjoyed, David, or was it one that frightened you a bit?
No, I got to enjoying penalties just lately, but Alex, as he changed his mind, when I put the ball on the spot, I turned around and I saw their lads pointing to where I usually put it. So that made me change my mind. And I couldn't believe it when he went the right way.
The Manchester United lads were telling him which way to go.
That's right, yeah. I could see him I could see him pointing across to the other side, where I usually put them.
Which is which side now? To the goalkeeper's...
Goalkeeper's right. Right. Yeah. And then, so that made my mind up to put it in the other corner. And when Alec went the right way, I couldn't believe it. But luckily it was in the side netting, so it didn't matter.
Which was the more...
It's going to be interesting next game if they get a penalty.
Well, I think you'll agree that's a fresh and a refreshing insight into what goes on behind the scenes in big-time football. But I think there are still a couple of points that need to be cleared up. Southampton had one penalty, but felt that they might have had 2 more. One in the first minute and another in the very last. Here's the first one coming up. Young Steve Williams, what a good game he had. And what a lovely action shot this is as well. And it's Stuart Houston who comes up behind him now. Now, does he take young Steve Williams' legs or does he not? I looked at that several times today and I still can't make up my mind. Referee Clive Thomas is right on the spot there. Southampton felt that was a penalty for sure in the first minute. Clive Thomas right there. Sometimes referees say you can be too close to an incident, and he decided, though, that it wasn't. What about this in the last minute, though? A lovely ball from Osgood. Now, is there an unfair challenge by Buchan on Shannon there outside the box? If it was, it's a free kick outside the box. It certainly might be obstruction here, but not a penalty. The free kick was given to Manchester United for Ted McDougall colliding there with Alex Stepney. But I think, Mike Shannon, you were wrong there. It wasn't a penalty. A final word, though, about referee Clive Thomas. I think, like everybody else, he had a marvellous game there yesterday. Incidentally, Southampton's next cup tie date is in the Cup Winners' Cup in Belgium on Wednesday when they play Anderlecht. And Anderlecht were also in the Belgian Cup yesterday. They beat a second division side by 3-0. Our second cup tie today takes us to Anfield, where Liverpool have not been beaten in their last 26 games and where they now faced Oldham Athletic from the second division. The odds clearly favoured Liverpool. Let's see if it worked out that way. The pictures come from Granada Television. The commentator's Gerald Sinstad with Liverpool in the all-dark strip.
Keegan held down by Hurst. That could be costly. Ten men in a line for Oldham now. A 5-man wall and everybody else level with them. 6 men in the wall now. Platt still not absolutely satisfied about it. Toshak on the end of the wall. And it's Keegan. It was certainly a costly foul. They took a long time to make the wall, and there was still some anxious pointing going on as Jimmy Case ran up, dummied over the ball, and Keegan drilled it through the hole. To Chapman, on for Groves. Linesman flagging for a foul by Groves on Neil. Liverpool free kick. Bad free kick, goes straight to Robbins, now Groves. Groves to Shaw. Shaw's shot is a beauty! David Shaw justifies his recall to the first team. A bad free kick gets the ball to Robbins, onto Groves. Groves tucks it through, and Shaw finishes with the most deadly low shot. And Clements left helpless. Kennedy, Wood, Chapman still has to sort himself out. Finds a longish ball that didn't get through to Shaw. Jones, Toshak, Keegan already on the run. And Case with a chance to shoot. With a big gap to shoot through, and Platt was just left grasping air. Gate this afternoon, 52,455. Very good attendance. Best crowd that we've had at Anfield since the game against Everton. It's a testimonial to the pulling power of the FA Cup. Highway. Decide whether there was intent to bring the player down, and Mr. Q didn't think twice. But that certainly is a decision that a lot of referees wouldn't have given. And unquestionably it's a decision that nobody in that mass of Oldham supporters behind John Platt's goal would have given. But now we've got Liverpool's penalty king Phil Neal, 6 times successful from the spot already this season against John Platt. 3-1, very easy for Neil.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think that Liverpool penalty that was given was not unlike the Southampton penalty claim that was turned down. But there you are, that's the way it goes. Liverpool also involved in Europe this week, of course, in the European Cup against Saint-Etienne of France. They now go through to the 6th round. It's certainly been a bad cup year for London, though, and the capital's last representatives yesterday were Arsenal. They had a very tough trip to Middlesbrough, who had beaten the Gunners 3-0 in the league 11 days earlier. So next we have Middlesbrough against Arsenal. The pictures from Yorkshire Television, the commentator Martin Tyler. Arsenal are in the light shirts.
Cracked. By Wood. Stapleton coming across. Bryan for Mills, and down he goes. That will be a free kick. The foul by Sammy Nelson on David Mills. Sammy Nelson, who was booked here in the league game, and making his presence felt on David Mills. So Middlesbrough get a free kick. Souness curling it in, comes off Rice. Bohm pushed out. Bohm again. Now Mills. David Mills. The man with the golden touch gives Middlesbrough the perfect start. All starting from the free kick. Stuart Bohm it was, who made life difficult for Arsenal. Jimmy Rimmer could only push it out. Bohm again, and it comes to Mills, onto the right foot. No chance for Rimmer. Comes off Alf Wood. Now Borsma. Coming inside Rice. Phil Borsma trying to do it on his own. Pulling it back for Mills. Stopped on the line, but Mills following it up, and Arsenal complain. Mills celebrates. And David Mills goes across to congratulate Phil Borsma, because that goal was all about his positive running. 13 minutes gone. Phil Borsma looking to take on Peter Simpson. Gets past him, O'Leary's forced to come across, and there's space for Mills, whose first go was blocked on the line, and no mistake second time. Terry Neal there, pensive expression, and indeed it's entitled to be, after another poor start from Arsenal here at Ayresome Park. Brady going on, brought down by Craggs. I think a case really of too much skill for the defender. John Craggs just a little bit outskilled on that occasion and bringing the man down. The free kick taken. It comes across from McDonald. 2-1. So the original foul by Craggs is punished. Supermac puts Arsenal back in it. The ball curled in, and they'd all gone to the near post, and everyone missed it. McDonald stoops to conquer, and it's 2-1. Hudson finds McDonald, trying to reverse the ball wide for Brady, getting rather stuck in the mud. And now Souness with Armstrong in the middle, and Borsma there too. Here's Armstrong, and it's 3! David Armstrong keeps up his scoring form in cup ties. Arsenal caught very square. Souness had run beautifully from the middle of the field. There were two up with him. One of them was David Armstrong, and he just needed a touch with Rimmer going the other way. And it's 3-1. Brian, the timing of the pass so important. And he got it wrong because Mills and Borsma were offside. Rice. Ross has made a forward run. Goes in for Hudson. Hudson again. Now Matthews with McDonald in the middle, and Matthews has hit the post. McDonald, surely, no! Poor John Matthews, shaking his head in disbelief. And that really would have brought Arsenal back into the match and set up an outstanding finish. Matthews brilliantly striking it on the volley, beats the goalkeeper. McDonald arm raised already thinking it was going in. It came back off Bone. Another chance for McDonald, who couldn't turn enough, and it went wide. Hudson, Stapleton. Middlesbrough keeping possession. Now a chance to move forward themselves with Brian. McAndrews made a good run forward. Brian very nearly in trouble, in fact Matthews taking it away from him. Ross. Arsenal still pushing forward. Craggs. But only Wood up. And Craggs gets past Nelson. Mills is coming forward into the box too. Wood to the far post. And Mills has checked out. And it goes back for Brian. Now Mills wants it into the near post. A chance for Mills, and a fine save. Could have been the hat-trick. Denied by Rimmer. But a lovely little chip from Peter Bryan. Mills had got away. It fell into his path, and Rimmer stopped it brilliantly. 2 minutes now to play. Middlesbrough 2 minutes away from a place in the draw for the 6th round. McDonald! Oh! Malcolm McDonald out of nothing, so nearly made it 3-2. Now Cooper. Still Terry Cooper. Pushed out, the hat-trick for Mills, surely! What a finish!
Arsenal out, and then there were none, so far as London's concerned, in the Cup this season. Well, that's it for today. We've packed the programme with action, and we hope very much you've enjoyed it. Certainly the Southampton-Manchester United Cup tie was something really rather special. And we leave you today with pictures of a day when thousands were locked out, but nonetheless stayed on to listen to the crowd for the very latest news of an epic cup tie. It was a day when a referee told a player, Alan Ball, to apologise to a linesman for something he'd said in the heat of the moment. And it was a day when a second division side twice came back at Manchester United, and here's how they did it the second time.
Oh, but here's Shannon again. And they've got men up this time. Oh, Holmes right through. And he's equalised!
And it was a day when they almost sneaked a victory in the very last minute.
And away goes Big Shannon. It might not be all over yet. And Stepney right out there.